All right, guys, on today's video, if you're blue-blooded, you like power strokes, you're a Ford guy, change the damn channel because the time has come and you're probably not going to want to watch this video. Over time, we have found that a lot of our dealers and customers have wanted the SPE Motorsport quality and products for platforms like the Ram Cummins, the Chevy Duramax. We've finally decided the time is here and we need to actually move forward with that and start engineering parts for the other two platforms as well. It makes sense. We see massive holes in the market and we see a lot of quality issues along with many other things. So in today's video, we're going to start going over some of that and our mindset, and then also get your guys' opinions on where to move with the platforms and what to actually start with. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so as I just said, one of the big things for us here is quality. And we've had a lot of dealers reach out to us that sell a lot of power stroke parts, but they're also running shops. Our dealers that are selling a lot of our Ford stuff are also working on the other two platforms as well. We get a lot of interest in taking the quality that we pour into our Ford product line to go to the other two product lines as well. The way we're looking at it is if we can help out the power stroke owner the way that we have, we can also do it for these two brands that we have sitting here. The biggest thing's quality. The other thing we want to touch on too is time frames. You know, a lot of our dealers are telling us that products they're ordering, say for the GMC and the Chevy line, some of them are taking 4 to 6 weeks just to get the parts in. And we know from dealing with shops for many years and having at one point been a shop that that's huge. You know, if you're trying to stay productive and you need product to get stuff done and out the door, that product obviously has to show up to make that happen. So that's something we've really played into a lot and really ironed out on the Ford side of things, and something that we're really proud of, that, you know, we're only having 1 and 2 day shipping lead times, you know, to get stuff out the door. And we want to help this area as well. So obviously both of these platforms are very different. A lot of the products that we're currently making carry over. So not necessarily in design, but in materials, in the way we design, and the problems that we're solving in the power stroke world. The same problems are in both of these platforms as well. So it's just, you got to go about them a little bit differently. On the Duramax platform we have here, the 19 and up model years, that's where we want to start the focus. So obviously stuff like air intake, piping, things of that nature, those are all things that we want to look into and do. One major thing we saw was the Y bridge on the newer Duramax. We see a lot of potential there. We had a lot of good luck with our OE Plus manifold on the power stroke. So we've seen a lot of the other things available as far as the Y bridge goes that's already on the market, and we see a lot there that we can add on, and a lot of the stuff that's out there is kind of rough. So we want to apply some of what we learned with the power stroke on the OE Plus and some of the gains that we got, like just everything from airflow to power to fuel economy, all those things that we learned there and we're able to actually gain, we want to apply to these as well. And we see that being a nice fit for these trucks. And once again, things like the fuel system, as far as filtration goes, whether it's cat filters or whether it's just making that process of changing filters easier, whatever it may be, we obviously are going to move in that direction on these as well. Things like hoses, couplers, intercooler piping, potentially the intercoolers themselves, all things in our radar. So that's going to be essentially the starting point, and we'll obviously look at going maybe back a little bit as far as model years, and obviously keep progressing forward as model years go on as well. So let's hop over to the Cummins. So on the Ram trucks on the Cummins platform as well, it's going to be similar things. Air intake, intercooler piping, potentially intercoolers, all the things that we're already in the process of doing. Silicone rad hoses, fuel system components with whether cat filters or whether it be just easily interchangeable stuff to make life easier. These have some weird rear filters on them back by the fuel tank. We see some improvement area there. The other thing on these trucks from 19 to 20, they had a CP4 on them. And then they went from the CP4 back to the CP3 from 23 to 25. And then in 25, they went to the CP8. So one of the things that we were curious about on these trucks was going back to you're going to the CP8 pump versus the CP4 in the 19 and 20 model. We knew it was a similar pump, but we found out that it actually really isn't. They did a lot of improvements on it, and it basically eliminates the option for the DPK on the newer trucks because they're a parallel fuel feed to the pump. So they're not running in series out of the crankcase to feed the M prop that then feeds the heads of the pump. So that was something that we did want to do. It's not really necessary, but there are a lot of other options with that and things that we can do to help the system, which we will be doing. So obviously you guys know we do a lot of turbocharger stuff for the Power Stroke platforms and even some of the gas stuff. So those are also other things that we're going to look into on both platforms. Turbocharger technology, there's always room to grow there from a performance aspect. So we'll more than likely be looking into that stuff as we go too. So keep that in mind. And obviously air system stuff in general is a big thing for us here at SPE Motorsport because we always seem to find a really good gain there. So we will focus on that stuff pretty heavily. So obviously we're a blue-blooded company and our main focus is more than likely always going to be Ford products. So this isn't going to take away from that. This is just a movement in another direction as well so that we can better supply and help dealers and our other customers that are out there as well. Nowadays, you know, it's good to keep in mind a lot of people jump between platforms based upon many different variables, whether it's location because you might not have a Ram dealership close to you or a GMC or a Ford, whatever it may be, or you're just open to trying different stuff out to make sure that you like whatever brand you like, you know? So keep that in mind when you're busting your buddy's chops about him wearing a dress all the time and driving a GMC. You know, you don't just think about that, you know, they just want to try different stuff. But all joking aside though, we just want to make sure that, you know, our perspective on this is very open as far as support, quality, and all the other things that you want out of a good solid product. You know, we want to be able to support our industry in general. So obviously moving into the competitive platforms, the Ford, just makes sense. So hopefully you guys like this video and hopefully you like where we're moving to as far as expanding our product lines and platforms. If you guys could comment in the video, we'd appreciate it. Let us know where you think we should go as far as components and where we should spend a lot of our time in development, because we want to put product out that makes sense. You know, we don't want to be developing things and wasting our time on it for stuff that you guys don't even want to buy, you know. So help us out, help us help you. You know, we'd really like to hear about it, hear what you guys think we should work on and maybe even prioritize. And obviously, just like in all of our other videos, like and subscribe. And if you like this type of content, follow us and we'll keep doing more of it. And we will catch you on the next one.